They didn't teach you all that at the university because they haven't changed the curriculum. Because I was having a conversation with somebody from the basic education a few months ago, and this guy said to me, Nelly, do you think we don't want to change the curriculum? But it's a lot of work. The government is not supporting this because we were just talking. I was just telling this guy that his name is Tate Mokase. I was telling him that, hey, bruh, it would be good that the government should change the curriculum to change it in a way that's going to make teachers to be more advanced out there, you know, because they are not teaching our teachers from here in South Africa how to use. Majority of teachers in South Africa don't know how to use a smart whiteboard, my friend.
Because in PGCE, they let's put it what I've learned. PGCE hasn't been updated for more than 15 years.
Mm,
They have got that built into the robotics,
mm,
AI, and that it's not built into that curriculum at all. So yes, a PGCE is equal to a bachelor's degree of education, but the thing is, times have changed. It's
mm,
15 years later.
mm,
15 years ago, yes, it was perfect. Now we're already at AI and robotics and smart boards in classrooms where you only had like a blackboard and writing on a blackboard for kids. It's not the same anymore. The kids are using computers more these days than, well, I know my grandchildren are using, they have a computer room where they're starting to put them. And here in South Africa, we're already behind. In
mm,
other countries, kids sit in front of a computer and
mm,
do their work.
mm,
So,
mm.
yes, the TEFL is a very good thing to have
To
on top
have.
of, let's say,
Mm,
or
mm,
otherwise, if you've got a bachelor's degree of education,
mm.
then sorry about that, then that is a good thing to have. Okay. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great, guys. And yourselves?
Yeah, we had a lot of, sorry about that. We had a lot of people to ask. We've created a WhatsApp group where we actually let people talk to us, experts, real talk chat group,
Mm,
and ask us questions because some people feel very disconnected to speak to other people and say, listen, look, I need help. I
mm,
don't know this and I don't know this. Where do I go for this or where do I go for that? So we've decided to put together a chat to help these
mm,
people. So, and the group is there for anybody to ask us questions so that we can come back to them after we've done research about that specific topic so that we give them the right information
mm,
because people need to be educated the correct way. And you get so many stories. One tells you this, one tells you this, and the internet tells you that. But at the end of the day, what is the real facts about what to
mm,
do?
mm,
Now, in the Middle East is the subjects, the what people don't tell you. So
mm,
that's we talk about now for South Korea, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and those countries.
mm, mm,
So
What is
yeah,
also actually what is also actually the fun part of the group is also that um, we actually, if we don't know, we can actually go and ask a real teacher that's been through it already, that
mm.
knows exactly the ins and outs. So that is what the thing is that makes it fun. Um, that is, and so we learn also. If there's some things we do not know, we also learn out of that, and we can actually help someone else again. So it's just fun all the way.
in South Korea, Kuwait, Qatar, and Oman, TEFL is not the mandatory thing. Is the mandatory thing or not the mandatory thing? Now, there are some agents or
Mm,
some areas in Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and those places that do look at the TEFL certificate. It's
mm,
like more than that. It's more like an add-on to your
mm.
bachelor's of education. They don't do any other degree. It's got to be educational degree.
But I have a
Correct.
SACE certificate. Why is it important for me to still get a TEFL?
Even as a SACE or TEFL, it's according to what I've learned now from working with the guys and that, TEFL is just an add-on just to help you manage the classes. Remember, you're going to teach a foreign students, not your students.
Mm.
So yes, SACE you got in South Africa to teach a classroom. It says you're a licensed teacher, but SACE prepares you for all of that. That is why SACE is more important than TEFL. But TEFL is also something that they do look at as an add-on to show that you actually did a course to teach you how to work with foreign students.
Mm.
That's the reason. But like I said, SACE is more seen as the perfect one, but they want you, and most companies want you to have the TEFL certificate as well.
Yeah.
So doing the two together is just going to benefit you at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
The way you guys have broke down, because I've done your course, the way you guys have broke down the part of your classroom management, it's on another level. You understand? Because we all know that the curriculum, it takes a while for government to change the curriculum. So the old curriculum system that they are teaching people at the university to become a teacher, which they should have changed long ago. They didn't change it, but you guys, you fill in the gap to say, let's create TEFL. So I will agree with you 100%. So whoever that already got SACE, it's ideal to go and do the TEFL course.
Yes, it is because
It even teaches you how to teach with AI, because in Middle East, those are very important to know how to teach with AI in the classrooms. It teaches you how to use the smart whiteboard. They didn't teach you all that at the university because they haven't changed the curriculum. Because I was having a conversation with somebody from the basic education a few months ago, and this guy said to me, Nelly, do you think we don't want to change the curriculum? But it's a lot of work. The government is not supporting this. Because we were just talking, I was just telling this guy that his name is Tate Mokase. I was telling him that, hey, brah, it would be good that the government should change the curriculum to change it in a way that's going to make teachers to be more advanced out there, because they are not teaching our teachers from here in South Africa how to use. Majority of teachers in South Africa don't know how to use a smart whiteboard, my friend.
Because in PGCE, let's put it, what I've learned, PGCE hasn't been updated for more than 15 years. They haven't got that built into the robotics, AI, and that it's not built into that curriculum at all. So yes, a PGCE is equal to a bachelor's degree of education, but the thing is, times have changed. It's 15 years later. 15 years ago, yes, it was perfect. Now we're already at AI and robotics and the smart boards in classrooms where you only had like a blackboard and writing on a blackboard for kids. It's not the same anymore. The kids are using computers more these days than, well, I know my grandchildren are they have a computer room where they're starting to put them. And here in South Africa, we're already behind. In other countries, kids sit in front of a computer and do their work. So yes, the TEFL is a very good thing to have on top of your say. Or otherwise, if you've got a bachelor's degree of education, then sorry about that. Then that is a good thing to have.
I don't know if Sampi also have something to add to this as well. Do you know the reason why I'm asking if he does have something to add to this? Because there are some things that Sampi will ask. Because I know for sure with what I said earlier on, I may come out a little bit rude by saying that we are not sucking thumbs. Because all what we want is to get people to be more plain as much as we can. Yes. And that is what has been keeping me and you going, and ESL, TEFL, and document authentication till today, because we are plain. You understand? It's not about selling you TEFL. It's not about whatever.
At the moment, yes. When we did our research for the TEFL, I came to realize a big thing, which nobody actually, even the educational department, doesn't look at. We still in the old system, the CAPS system, in teaching in South Africa, which the rest of the world is either in the Montessori or the K-12 system, which is totally different from what our education system is. Now that is where That's how come we wrote the TEFL like we did. Because that is the bridge from your CAP system, which we're having in South Africa, to the K-12 and the Montessori. We combine the Montessori and the K-12 to give you the class management experience, or to learn about class management in another country, which is not South Africa. Remember, there's a big difference in K-12 and Montessori than it is in the CAP system. The CAP system is all about exams and points written, which the K-12 system and the Montessori system is kids exploring the environment, exploring their minds. You see, that is where the difference in our system is at the moment, and why we would actually want to change it to a better system. But it's difficult when you deal with politics.
I agree with you completely. So the TEFL that we've done, we've created so that it's more advanced for people to understand. Okay. But then again, like we said and discussed, there are places that take the TEFL certificate. But I, for instance, work with a company called IDRAK, and I recruit for them. I'm an agent for them, taking them to Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Saudi, and the Maldives. Okay, but they do not look. That this is where it comes in. Every agent is different. Every agent of that side is different. Schools are different. You get public schools, primary schools, very expensive schools. But then with IDRAK, TEFL is not keen at all. Not at all. You have to have a SACE certificate with no less than 2 to 3 years, depending on the subject they want you to teach. You have to have that. They will not look at you if you do not have a bachelor's degree of education, preferably in early childhood or senior phase. That's it. And you have your references have to be contactable. It has to be contactable. If they cannot contact anybody, that the references that you have to prove that you're at that school, you're a rejection immediately. But also something that is important on top of the TEFL certificate, which is a very good add-on to have, especially the way that you designed it. And then the SACE certificate is your language. There is a 3 IELTS exam that I can send Nelly that you can do just to see your level of speaking, writing, and listening English. Because if your English language is not up to standard, it's going to be a complete no-fail. If you talk with an accent or you talk inside your mouth, you have people that mumble, it's going to be a complete rejection. You have to have all of that. So even when you send in your resume to them, ensure that you have everything correct. Your bachelor's degree of education, even if it's in science, if it's a bachelor's degree in science, e-commerce and things like that, they're not interested in that. It's got to be everything about educational, but you have to, when you apply and you see on their sites the kind of position they're advertising, if your things don't fall into that category, you will be declined. Remember, they only take people on once or twice a year. It's not like China and other places. There's constant positions. It's not constant positions at all. So if you don't have that right and you're coming out of left field, oh yeah, I want to apply for a science position, and you have a BA in law and that, just remember, you don't even qualify. You will be going to the rejection bin immediately. And your introduction video, they don't really look at your video unless you are dressed professionally, you talk decently, because now remember, the salary in Kuwait, Qatar, and Oman is way different than Vietnam and South Korea and China. I will include just a job description of what I do with Qatar, but now for Iraq. Now remember, not every agent in that country is the same.
It's the same.
Job descriptions for each one, each agency is totally different. But note what they ask on that application. Because if you apply on that, if you get rejected once, you're rejected. So be noteful of how to do the application.